In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Welcome to The Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards and I am your host. So I was thinking about a way that I could kick this off, and I thought to myself, slave hymns, Underground Railroad, and goddamn the minstrel show songs. Like, even as far as back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, we have been putting messages and codes in our music so people will know where to go, what to do, what we're trying to convey. So when I think about the slave hymns, imagine being on a fucking plantation, right? And like, let's just say they had calendars. Like, they had calendars and they was like, okay, in 5 days, we making a run for this bitch. Kill everybody in the motherfucking house tonight. And the next day, or when you kill them, let's just say it didn't happen, broken up. In 5 days, we gonna kill everybody in this motherfucking house that's been oppressing us. And we going. So, I'm gonna make this one up off the top of my head. There's hundreds of slave hymns. The ones that we know about, like Wade in the Water, Follow the Drinking Gourd, Song of the Free, Lift Every Voice. You know what I'm saying? You might be in the kitchen, and so like you already had to. So the thing about slavery was they want to restrict your communication. They want to twist your language. They want to do all these things, right? You had to have a way to communicate because everybody didn't want to be a slave. Everybody didn't want to be bound. There were people who wanted to be free. Everybody wasn't just jumping off the ship and killing their kids because they just rather that crazy shit at the end of Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were people who broke out, escaped, left, killed. I'm from Virginia. I know you can go to any of these plantations and everybody got a story, you know? You had to have the intelligence as a person who could even come up with a codified message for when you activate, like the Winter Soldier when they heard it. So let's just say I'm in the kitchen washing dishes as a slave and there's other slaves in the house cleaning up. And I say, oh, when the tick tick dings, move about. No, that's too obvious. Like, it's got to be something like, so I think about what's that song? Follow the Drinking Gourd. And there's a line in there that was like, you know, where the big river and the little river meet. You know, like something like that. You got to be able to listen to hear, because I'm giving you the instructions on maybe where we're going to meet at. Follow the Drinking Gourd was the Big Dipper, meaning the North Star, meaning we going north. You know what I'm saying? You had to have that intelligence, and that kind of writing, it can be overlooked if you're just like, because Follow the Drinking Gourd, you're probably just thinking like, I'm going out to the well to get water and bring it back. Imagine being in the killing field, the fucking on the plantation, and you're saying, you know, I don't want to just try to keep making examples up because it'll prolong this, but like having to put a message in there where it just sounds like you just humming or just you had to train people, and you probably had to go person by person by person because there wasn't no congregating, or when there was congregating you had to be so quick with it when you had to actively be listening for the tune, so you know where to move, you know when to go, you know when to do things. They probably moved at night because you spent all day hiding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is very intelligent, it's very cynical. Even when we move on to talking about the minstrel shows and how they're doing their very caricaturized interpretation of what they saw Black people as. what they saw the end of slavery as, you know, what they saw or whatever. It's just like, you know, you paint your face, you do all this, you do all that, but they had actual songs, and a lot of these songs incorporated into the stuff that's going on even still to this day. Putting those messages, putting that in there, and that was more blatant and that was more out there. And I even think about how, we'll do that another time, I ain't gonna get into that, that'll probably be next week or something, but like being able to have these coded messages, not the minstrel shows, because that was just pretty much free, because pretty much like free range. They was just saying whatever the fuck they wanted to say, doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Haha, look at the nigger, fuck the nigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, educationally speaking, I don't want whatever. But like, with that Underground Railroad shit, it was so sophisticated because it had to be so watered down, but still be able to give that message. We see a lot of that goes on today. I think it was that was brilliant. It's just like, it's almost, when you get into it and you look at it, it's very breathtaking. It's brilliant at its highest level, considering the fact it wasn't no recordings, it wasn't no writing nothing down because you couldn't leave a paper trail. It wasn't no getting us in no quartet and let's practice it. It's just like, you need to be able to listen and you need to be able to move when you hear what you're supposed to hear. I feel like we still do that today with music, but it's now we can just kind of just say what we want to say. Everybody doesn't practice masking in music today. We don't do the Illuminati thing over here. It's either this or it's either that. You know what I'm saying? We're not playing with that. I don't play with that kind of stuff. We don't do that. Anyway, I feel like this was a decent way. Going forward, we're going to be getting more into individual people, individual cases, individual songs, and we'll be talking about it. This was The Dark Side of Songwriting. Again, I am Nayim Edwards, your host. I'll talk to you later.
In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.